work without her as well, and she certainly has been in many films that I have not directed. So, you know, and we will continue to work in the future as well. But this was not the right project.
How has the death of Natasha Richardson affected the shoot? Because I think it happened during the shoot.
Profoundly, it was a huge effect on the shoot. It was a disaster. I mean, you know, we didn't know what was going to happen. But then he came back, which was such a miracle. And really, he was so professional, and he loved the shoot, and he loved the group of people, and he felt it was the best thing he could do was just to finish it. He had to, I mean, at some level, and it was crazy though. I've never been through anything like that in my life, and it was the most extreme professional situation I've ever been in.
I can imagine it was for you maybe a very embarrassing situation, because your film became a very, very big promotion because of this case.
Well, and that's why I don't like talking about it very much. I mean, I prefer not to talk about it at all, because I think enough has been said. And the fact is, you know, he came and he finished it, and of course, you know, it's also crazy that the film is about, you know, how precious marriage is, you know, so it's a strange film that he's in as he's dealing with it.
One curiosity, the piano player is Egoyan,
yes.
Isn't it? She's related with you?
She's my sister, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a concert pianist, and she plays the piano, but also she did an amazing job of coaching this boy who doesn't play piano.
Oh, he doesn't play.
No, and so she's playing the Beethoven, and then it looks like he's playing the end of the Waldstein, which is the most virtuosic piece, but he's not. He's just faking it, and she coached him to do that. So that's pretty impressive. Yeah.
How do you see your own evolution as a filmmaker since the first movie?
Well, I've been really, really blessed, because I've been able to keep making films, and I think I've been able to work in a time where there was a tremendous dialogue about cinema. You know, that sometimes I feel like I'm the last of a generation, you know, where in the 90s there was still an ability to find these a public for this type of film, and there were distributors, and I come from a tradition where I was an adolescent in the 70s, and I saw these American films that were so interesting, and I felt that film could go to these extreme places, and I was allowed and encouraged to explore all of that. But I think it's a different time now. I think.
So do you think that Exotica wouldn't find an audience in this?
No, there's an audience, but it's not necessarily in the cinemas. The audience is on the internet or DVD, and that's why these festivals are so important, because the festivals are a place where you can see these films on a large screen in a communal way, and that to me is what cinema needs. So I'm and especially in Spain, you're so lucky. You have 200 festivals, you know, like so you have this incredible culture, and you have but you also have all these cinematheques. Every region has its own cinematheque. You're in a very, very lucky situation.